Hello, everyone. Welcome to Brigitte's She Shed. I'm Brigitte. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022, and this is episode 12. Welcome. I hope everyone is having a great week so far and that you had a wonderful weekend. It is a nice, beautiful fall day here in southeastern Arizona in the United States, which is where I live. Today is election day here in the United States. It's our midterm election. It's a big election. It's where we have our voting for our Senate seats, our House of Representative seats, and I think about 36 gubernatorial races going on, which is for governors of states. So it's a big, big day here across the United States. So I do hope that everyone has voted or will be voting. By the time you see this episode, voting will have ended. So make sure your voice is heard and that you get out and you vote. You can't complain about something that you didn't participate in. That's my political plug. All right. Well, thank you all. For those of you that are returning viewers, thank you so very, very much. And a big, big welcome to all of my new viewers. Thank you so much to all the subscribers. We're over 300 subscribers. Although I'm not in it for the subscribers, but I'm like, really? 300? Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope you will continue to watch and continue to like the episodes, and because I'm going to continue to do this whether you come along or not. But I really do hope you come along, because this is just my way of sharing what I love to do, which is I love to knit, I love to crochet, sew, embroider, cross stitch, although cross stitch is getting a little hard for me with my eyes, but I do love it. So all things fiber related, I pretty much love to do. So welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. It's been about a month since my last regular podcast and the mini-sode that I did on my whips and frogs. So not too much has been happening in terms of that. I've got a couple of FOs to show you today. My whips, I really don't have a lot of whips today to show you, and I have a few acquisitions, and I have some unboxing of Yarnable and Row 1 subscriptions, and those will be at the end. So if you have not received yours and you do not want to be spoiled, then you can turn away. All right, so let's get started. So how's everyone doing? How was your Halloween? We did not get any trick-or-treaters. We had, I think, 3 kids knocked on the door at one time, and that was it. So they did a lot of, what is it called? Trunk or treat. And my end of the street is, I guess it just worked out this way. My end of the street is primarily the retiree end of the street. So there were a lot of parties and things going on at the other end of the street. Some of the cul-de-sacs, they kind of like set out tables and stuff and it blocked off, and a lot of kids were going down there. So, which I thought was really, really cool. So we did not get the ghosts and goblins and cowboys and spacemen and astronauts and space women. So I kind of miss seeing that. But I hope everyone had a nice Halloween. And now you're getting ready for Thanksgiving and getting ready for the holidays. Whether there's so many various different holidays that are celebrated. So it can be very hectic and very stressful. So I so love the fact that I have my knitting to help me with the holiday season. Along with the gift giving, it keeps me calm during the stressful, which the holiday seasons can become kind of stressful. All right, so let's get started. My FOs. I've got 2 FOs. They're socks, and they are right here. They're the Feeling Boo, BOOTIFUL, Feeling Beautiful socks by Ash Christian. And I had mine completed in time for Halloween. Here they are. Aren't they adorable? The little ghosts. So I am very new to color work. This is my first color work pair of socks that I've ever finished. I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's talk about the sock first. Very, very easy pattern to read. The chart was not hard to read. The yarn that I use is a Knit Picks Stroll. It's a fingering weight, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And it comes in 50-gram balls, so it took me two skeins. And you have just the 2x2 ribbing, and I tried a new toe. Jana with Pearl Together was talking about this toe. It's called the 4321 toe. And so I tried it. And what that is because normally I do just a standard round toe, but with the 4321 toe is you decrease 1 round, then you knit 4 rounds, then you decrease a round, then you knit 3 rounds, decrease a round, knit 2 rounds. So you get it. So then once you knit that last 1 round, then you just continue to knit until you have the stitches that you reduced it down to the number of stitches so that you can Kitchener. And for me, the sweet spot is between 8 and 10 stitches on each needle. So between 16 and 20 on each needle is when I Kitchener. Also, I like, these are for me, so I like the Shadow Wrap Heel by Earth Tone Curls. That fits my foot better. Okay. And I didn't do so great on the floats on the inside. Take this off. Because there's, see there? There's some where you're supposed to, catch these. There's a little long length. And there's some controversy, I guess, over how long the floats are supposed to be. Some say, more than 4 or 5 stitches. I have some that as long as 7. So I have to be careful when I go in, put my foot in. And that's something that I'm going to set aside and practice on as to how to catch the float. And because the way I am doing this, I have to practice this method because I was once a crocheter, so you would think it would be easier for me to be able to hold one strand in my left hand and also hold a strand in my right hand when I knit. But my brain couldn't process that just yet. So what I had to do is I did it with one hand. So when I would knit with one color, put it down, then knit with the next color and put it down. But I kept the contrasting color, which is what they call the dominant color. I kept that to the left in a yarn bowl, and then the main color I kept in a yarn bowl on the right so that the yarns wouldn't get twisted and all tangled up. So, but I think I did a pretty good job. So the next one, it's the same sock, but it's for the hubs. So it's a bit bigger. So here's his, and a black sock at that. And his sock, he likes, hope you can see that. He likes a folded cuff. As opposed to a rib cuff. This fits him better. So what I did was I just knitted 20 rounds and then folded and catch, and then knit the cast on edge to the live stitches. Actually, no, I take that back. I didn't do that. I did a provisional cast on. That's what I did. I did a provisional cast on, knit 20 rounds, and then knit the live stitches and the stitches from the provisional cast on together, and then proceeded down to knit for the color work. And then he likes a heel flap and gusset, and so that's what he has here. This has a lot of lint on it. I'm sorry, I don't have a dog or a cat. I guess I'm shedding. And and then I did the same type of toe, the 4-3-2-1 toe as well. So those are my 2 finished objects for the month of basically October. This colorway is called Pumpkin, and this was also knit in the Knit Picks Stroll as well, and it's just black, and this colorway is the white, which is the same thing I used on here. Was the white. And what I wanted to talk to you about is when I went to do the chart, I had a problem with the chart, and the designer, Ash Christine is the designer. I had a problem with the chart, and when I did it, the ghost came out sideways. I'm like, what is going on here? So I sent her an email. She put her email address on the pattern and said that if you have any problems, you can email me. So I emailed her, and she so graciously responded quickly. And there was, I guess, an error that the chart was printed incorrectly. And so she sent me another PDF of the chart along with instructions on it on how to read the chart, because I told her, this is my first colorwork sock. And so that I just thought she went above and beyond. So I will be knitting more of her designs, and that's what a designer, I think, when you don't often get that. And I don't have a problem with paying for patterns because they put so much time and effort in it, and it's not really, the cost really isn't, that much, I would think, considering, they give you support help too. So with that, I just thought that was just really wonderful that she was so willing and so kind and gracious. So thank you so much, Ash. I wanted to make sure I gave your design a shout out, and your kindness. Okay. Oh, let me just show you what I'm wearing. I am wearing, it's my shirt. It's called Nitrovert. And a Nitrovert is a person who would rather stay home and knit. Yes, that's me. I got this shirt from KnittyKnatty Love and Stitches podcast. This was from out of her her spreadshirt collection. That collection ended around the 21st of October, so I don't know if she'll be bringing them back again next year, but I got several. This is one. Got another one that says frogging, so they're kind of cool to wear. I get, you know, people kind of look at me strange when I'm out and about with this on, but I don't care. I'm an introvert. All right. So, whips. What have I been working on? Well, I've been working on a couple of test knit socks for Christine Archer Designs, which is Mountain Mist yarns, which I can't release just yet because we're still working on them. So I've been doing a couple of those. Let's see. And I started compiling my holiday gift knitting. Now, some of these things will be finished in time for Christmas, and some of them will not. And the recipients, they understand that the recipients that I knit for are very knit worthy, so they totally understand the time that's involved and the commitment that's involved. Plus, now I'm also knitting for my little nugget, my great-grandson. And that's added now to my standard gift knitting that I will be doing. But first off, one of the things I'm getting ready to cast on, I talked about it in the last episode, is the Campside Cardi for my daughter. And so if you want to see what that yarn and pattern looks like, if you go back to episode 11, you'll be able to see that yarn and pattern. So I won't bore you with showing you that again. The next item that I'm going to cast on my needles is a sweater and hat for the hubs. And I've been waiting for it to get cool. I got this yarn. Actually, this yarn was gifted by my mom for the hubs. And I've been waiting for it to get cool because we bought this right at the beginning of summer, and it was way too hot to start. Although I guess you should knit in the summer your winter stuff so that you'll have it when it's cool. But when it's 108, I don't want to knit with wool. But anyway, it's by Noro, and it is the man's ribbed sweater. Isn't that pretty? And the yarn that you use is a combination. It's the Noro Curian. And it's this combination of these two colors. And it's that beautiful variegation in there. Look at that purple. And these browns. And this is Curion. This is 149. And 283. And it is just gorgeous. Noro is a Japanese yarn manufacturer, and the makeup is, it's 100% wool, and it's very rustic. It's not scratchy though. It is soft and squishy, but it is a woolly wool. And then the hat is a combination of the same two for the sweater plus this one. And look at that. Now that has greens in it. Green and blues in the browns. That is beautiful. So this makes up, there we go. That's the hat. So this is my gift knitting for the hubs. And that is by Noro. The man's rib sweater and the man's ribbed hat. Next thing that's on my needle, one it's already on my needles, is that half and half triangle wrap that I started for my mom. So that's already on my needles. I've talked about it before. You can go back to, actually, I think episode 11, I also showed it to you. We're in the, where I've started it. So that's on my needles with the intention of having that ready to gift her for Christmas. That's one of 4 that I plan that she has requested. Then the next one is, where is it? Oh, here it is. A request that I got from my sister. And it is knee-high socks over the knees. And here it is here. And they're cabled. It's cabled over the knee-high socks. And the designer is Masha Zyaparova. And, oh, here's a great picture. Better picture, as you can see. Those are gorgeous. Never made over the knee sock. I requested these a couple of days ago. And so I told her, when did you want these? And she said, for Christmas. And I said, of 2022. And she said, why not? And I said, well, probably more like 2023, but we'll see. So I'm going to shoot for 2022. But like I said, my sister's very knit-worthy. So if I don't get them done this Christmas, they'll definitely be done next Christmas. So we're in the process now of narrowing down some colors and some yarns because I do not have enough sock yarn. She wanted either a dark blue or gray, and I do not have enough in all of the yarn that I have. I don't have enough sock yarn in a solid blue or solid gray to make these socks, and it's in fingering weight, so I'm going to have to purchase yarn. So, but they're gorgeous. I'm kind of excited about getting these on the needles. I'm not a big cable person, so this will also challenge me in doing 2 things: knee highs and doing a cable. So stay tuned. All right. Now we're at the portion of the stuff I've purchased, or the sips. You should be sipping along with me. I've just got plain water. So I hope you're enjoying a nice either cold beverage or a warm beverage. I've been drinking a lot of tea and cocoa. But right now I'm doing the water thing because I really need to drink more water. All right. What gift knitting are you going to be doing? I would love to hear in your comments what you're doing and how you're working this all out. Okay. So my sips, stuff I've purchased. I've been wanting some of their yarn, some of her yarn for quite some time now. As I was saying, I've been wanting some of this dyer's yarn for quite some time now, and she was having she had an update and had a sale, so I decided to get some, and that's Woolen and Nosh. And I believe the dyer's name is Michelle. And if I've got that wrong, I'll make sure I put that down in the show notes. And by the way, everything that I talk about and how to reach me, everything will be down in the show notes. So this color here, I've been wanting for quite some time. This is called Percolated. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colors. Very, very wintry, autumnal. And it is 90% superwash Targi. That's a brand of sheep. 10% nylon. It's 3-ply, 411 yards, and 100 grams. So it's really, really plump. Very, very plump yarns. I may have to adjust my needle size because it is really plump. And when I showed this, when it came in the mail and the hub saw it, and he goes, "Oh, wow, I like that." I'm like, really? Okay. So what I decided to do with 411 yards, if I use contrasting cuff and toes, I should be able to get like 2 pair of shorties. And he likes shorties and I like shorties. So I should be able to get 2 pairs of socks out of this so that he can have some percolating. It's self-striping and it's beautiful. I've seen the samples. It's so pretty. And then the other one I picked up, this color is called Dear Great Pumpkin. And of course, I'm a big Charlie Brown fan. I have my DVD of It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Look at those colors, very autumnal. Jeez, I might just cast on a pair of socks tonight. I have no business casting on another pair of socks, but look at this. And it's the same composition, the 90% Targi or Tarhi, I hope I'm saying that right, and 10% nylon. So check out Woolens and Nosh. Let me know if you've knit with her yarn before and how you like it. If not, check it out. So that's all of the yarn acquisitions that I have. The rest of the acquisitions fall under the heading of, I would say, books. So I am a big planner person. Well, I used to be before I retired. And for work and everything, I had a planner. I had everything laid out. And then I kind of stopped doing that. And I kind of miss it. And I was watching a podcast, Knitting with Kim and Jonna, and they were showing a knitter's planner. And I really like pens and paper and stationery, although I do use, my phone and use my calendar and stuff on the phone to give me alerts and things like that. That's very handy, remind me of appointments and things. But this knitter's planner, I really fell in love with it. So I bought one for next year so that I can schedule out all of the things that I want to do in 2023. And so you can customize it, how you want to lay it out. There's different types of sheets you want to do in here. Goal planning, habit tracking. You can get like graphic, you know, paper, if you want to, you know, sketch something out, or however you want to do it, or you can do the one with the, what is it, the dots. But so I said, okay, I think I'll get this. And I just love the month. This is February. Isn't that pretty? So I thought I would give this a try. So this is called the Knitter's Planner from knittersplanner.com. If you purchase it through Knitting with Kim and Jonna, they make a small commission off of it, and there's a discount code, I believe, there. I don't know if it's still valid or not, but it's kind of neat. So it's got a list back here for your patterns, and even comes with a pattern, your projects at a glance. So I can't wait to actually start filling this in. So I'm going to go ahead and start working with this. So I'm really excited about this. So if you're like me and you like doing like to plan things ahead, or maybe you decide this may help you get organized, this may help me organize my whips so I don't have things all over the place. Planner. Okay. Now here's something that I said that earlier, that I love all types of fiber things. And I thought this would be a challenge for me. I've never got into toy making at all. And I've seen some cute little things. There's that cute little frog that's been on Instagram and everything, where, you know, the little frog, he's swinging, he's riding a bicycle, and I love it. It's adorable. But I would never make that. But I thought, you know what though? I saw something the other day, and it says, you know, I might just make. And it's crochet dolls. And I remember my mom used to do crochet dolls. And this is called My Pretty Brown Doll. And I just fell in love with those. Those are just adorable. Here's the thing. I don't have any little girls. But I do have a brand new great niece, and she is, what, 4 months old. So I thought that might be nice to make her a little doll to have, she can have in her room. And then when I showed it to my daughter, who is a grown woman, she thought it was great. So it tells you all about how to construct the dolls, how to put the little bodies together, their clothing, step by step. And I mean, I'm like, okay, this is going to be, you know, quite the project, you know, Dr. Frankenstein, you know, I'm putting together this this doll, but it is cool. I mean, this doll, the dolls, and you can make clothes for them, and you can design them to look however you want them to look, from skin tone to hair texture. It is just it's just amazing. I mean, look at that. He's a little French doll. Look at that. So Yolanda Jordan is the designer, and I am just can't wait. So this is a project that I will be working on next year. I've been looking on Amazon. It's a little mermaid. Looking on Amazon to look for eyes and different things that I'm going to need to make these cute little dolls. So stay tuned for this. My pretty brown doll. Now, I like books. I had a Kindle. I like books electronically. I do Audible, where I listen. I listen to books while I'm knitting and while I'm sewing. But I like books. I like, as you can see, hard copy books. I love going to the library and getting books. And so I have my own little library here. Something about the hard copy book, I don't know, it just excites me. But books can be very expensive. So when I can, I also try to buy used books. And so if you like books, but I understand everybody's budget, you can't afford new books, try used books. Now, one thing I've not done is I've not ordered used books from Amazon. Normally when I buy books from Amazon, they're new, but they do have a feature on there for used, and I do need to check that out. But normally my used books I buy from thriftbooks.com. And I bought several. Well, yeah, several is understated. But I showed you my sweater, the sweater that I'm going to be doing for the hubs with Noro. And I really like the Noro designs, as well as my mom. So I know that we're both really into their designs. She likes buying their magazine all the time. Well, they also have books that I recently discovered, and I bought some through thriftbooks.com. I bought 4. Yes, I bought 4. And relatively cheap. I think the 4 of these books cost me like less than $10 a book. And with thrift books, if you order $10, shipping is free. And then if you order so many, then you get 1 free. I don't know what that point number is. But anyway, I like ordering from thriftbooks.com. But anyway, I got this book. It's called Knitting Noro, The Magic of Knitting with Hand-Dyed Yarns. Now, I don't know when this book was made. Okay, this book was $27.50, and it says $32 Canadian. And this was made in 2008. But some of these things in here are just classic. Look at that cardigan. That's not going to go out of style. That's a classic jacket. It's not going out of style. Look at that. So I got this, and here's a wrap. I may just gift some of these books, to my mom. This is cute. Because I know she likes Noro. She really loves knitting with Noro a lot. So I got this one here. I got this one here, which is Knitting Noro. And then this one is called Knit Noro, 30 Designs in Living Color. Look on the back. And this one was, in its heyday, was $24.95 US, $29.95 Canadian. And the copyright is 2011. But I saw this hooded thing here. and just fell in love with that. That is just gorgeous. You really into color work? Here it is here. It's called the Hooded Vest. That is just, I could see that with a pair of jeans. That is just beautiful. So, there's hats in here. There's a beautiful shawl. I hope those are coming out okay on the camera, because when I hold the book up, I can't see. This one's a felted hat. Okay. Then this one is also, this one's called Noro Lace. 30 Exquisite knits. So it has a lot of lace. I've done a couple of lace shawls, but I really want to get back into more lace knitting. And this has some beautiful lace things. This is pretty. And this book was $24.95 US and $27.95 Canadian. And it came out in 2015. I like these lace mitts. Okay. And then the last one, this is called Knit Noro Accessories 30 colorful little knits. Look at that hat. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's a bag, there's some mittens that looks like a cowl. This one was $24.95 US dollars and $29.95 Canadian. And it was published 2012. Look at that. Now I'm going to have to make my granddog a sweater. Isn't that cute? So this is a lot of, accessories. Some leg warmers. Beautiful shawls. Teapot cozies. That would be nice. These are nice gifts. I might rethink some of my gifts. So, used bookstore. If you don't know about it already, check it out. I got those there. I have 2 more. But that's the Noro collection that I got. The next book that I got is from the designer Debbie Bliss. And this is Quick Baby Knits. It's got 25 different patterns in here. And of course, I'm collecting baby patterns for Little Nugget for me to make for him now and for in the future. This book is from 1999. But again, it's got some classic sweaters in it. Or not even classic sweaters, but just classic knits. And that, they don't go out of style. Isn't it adorable? So, um, used books, you know, are great to have. I don't have a problem with it, you know, at all. And they've got some things in here with Fair Isle, and if you're into Fair Isle, got some blankets in here, and I mean, just adorable. And that's Debbie Bliss. And then this one I've been wanting for a while, Elizabeth Zimmerman's Knitting Without Tears. So this is just another resource book and reference book just to have as part of my library, my knitting library, where she just helps you with your knitting to improve to become a better knitter. So she's the Yoda of knitting. And she passed away in 1999, but her books live on forever. And so I snagged this one. Okay, that is it in terms of my FOs and my SIPs and my WIPs. Like I said, I'm compiling my list together to make socks, hats, fingerless mittens for all of those knit-worthy folks in my orbit. I'd love to hear what you have planned for the knit-worthy people in your life in terms of gift giving and how you are going to accomplish that. I want to hear what your plans are. Are you going to cast on several projects at one time? Or are you going to knit monogamously? You knit one, get that finished, then go to the next. I'd like to know how you're planning on doing that. The next thing I'm going to show will be the unboxing of the November row 1 and the Yarnable November Yarnable box yarn subscriptions. So if you don't want to see those, it's been great having you watch again. Thank you so very much. And I'll see you again next time. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe. Stay blessed. All right? So let's get to it. So I have not opened these. I just cut the tops. This is the row 1. So a affiliate or paid commission, I do not get anything for this. I purchased the row 1 subscription out of my own funds, and I do it because I like the product. And row 1 is a company that every month you get a subscription of 10 gram minis from an indie dyer. They showcase an indie dyer, and they come in this cute little bag. And I apologize for the crinkle. So if you want to cut your volume down, please do. Okay. In the bag comes a little envelope that will give you information about who this month's dyer is, as well as a little goodie. So this month's dyer that is being showcased, let me get my glasses so this doesn't be embarrassing so long I'm squinting. All right, this month's Carnival of Color Club, which is the subscription, is coming from Coates and Company, and her name is Emma Coates. And this is her cottage sock base, and it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight, 437 yards, and 100 grams. And she is out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And So what I like about this is this also lists the names of the yarns, so that if you want to buy larger quantities and how you can contact the dyer, you can, and then purchase those. As well as the names are also wrapped around the skeins. So those are really nice too. So the little, got a little stitch marker. And this month's stitch marker. Oh, how cute, just in time for the holidays. And it is so adorable. I'm going to show it to you just a second. It is a piece of pie with a knife and fork. How cute is that? So that is the one of the goodies, and I'm going to just put this right in my little bowl over here with my other progress keepers. And oh, there's something else in here. Ooh, this is called, never heard of this. It's a crispy wafer with chocolate cream filling. A loker. Yum. I'll have to tell you guys how that tastes. I've never heard of that brand before. Okay. So now to the good part, the yarn. Oh, wow. Wow, that just jumped right out at me. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How gorgeous are those? Now they come already wound, pre-wound, so you don't have to wind them at all, which is really cool. And this is going to be a great addition to my jar here of row ones. I have decided that 2023 is going to be my scrappy project year, so I'll be making scrappy socks, a scrappy blanket, a scrappy hat. So that's what I will be using these for. Beautiful. Thank you so very much to row one. All right. The next unboxing is Yarnable. And they just opened up. If you go to Hypnotic Yarns, Cheryl just opened up spots for the next quarter for membership. And again, I am not a paid affiliate or get a commission for this. I've been getting Yarnables now for almost, well, we'll be going probably 3 years. I think in 2023 will be 3 years. And I just love the yarn. It just knits up beautifully. And I love what you get in the subscription box. She goes far and beyond for the cost. So, this is the November box. And again, I am opening this up. This is what it looks like. I have no idea what is going on. Okay. Well, the yarn comes in this little cotton muslin bag. We'll set that aside. And you always get a card which tells you about the theme for the month, along with a scratch off that's good for the month. And this month's theme for November 2022 is Life is Gouda, Gouda, Gouda. It's brought to you by good food, good laughs, and gatherings with good friends. Gouda. So the extras, Gouda, Gouda, is cheese stitch marker. There it is. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. So that will go in the bowl. Cheese knives, a charcuterie, anyone sock pattern, and okay, so the cheese knives by Smart Ass and Sass. That's what's in this box. Smart Ass and Sass. I can't trust people who don't like cheese. Isn't that cute? I love cheese. Oh, and especially coming up in the winter time. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. Cheese knife set. That is beautiful. And it says, everything is fine, wine and cheese. See, this goodie is just beyond imagination. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she thinks of all these things. This is just incredible. Okay. So then you got a charcuterie, anyone, sock pattern. So you got a free a download code, and you can go onto Ravelry and download the pattern. This pattern is designed by Crystal T Knits. So I went on and downloaded the pattern. And that's the pattern for the charcuterie, anyone, like a charcuterie board. So that's the pattern that you received. So now let's see what the yarn looks like. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look. Look at that. This is stunning. I have no words. And I always have words. Look at those. Oh my word. Look at this. Now this is called Life is Gouda, and it is on her sock plush base, and it is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. So it's very plump, very squishy, but it is I hope you guys have to excuse that, but my Alexa is going off. I'm sorry about that. But this is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. Oh my goodness. Definitely will be casting on the charcuterie socks with this. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so very much, everyone, for... okay, sorry about that. Apparently, Alexa has a mind of her own. But thank you so very much for joining me this afternoon, this evening. And I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did putting it together and sharing with you all of my knitting shenanigans so far. Please, everyone, as always, make sure that your making is bringing you joy, and make sure that you are staying healthy and staying safe out there. And please be blessed. Until next time. Bye-bye.